There are moments in sports that become bigger than trophies. Moments that remind us why we dream, why we believe, and why we never give up. The story of Lionel Messi is one of those moments. It didn't begin in a magnificent stadium. It began with a small boy in Rosario, Argentina. The boy who loved football more than anything else in the world. But life wasn't easy. He was told he was too small, too weak, not strong enough to compete with the best. Many people saw his limitations, very few saw his determination. Yet every challenge only made him stronger. Every obstacle became another reason to keep going. Year after year, Lionel Messi conquered football, league titles, historic records. Unforgettable goals, Champions League glory. Countless individual awards. To millions, he had already become the greatest player to ever touch a football. But there was still one dream missing, the FIFA World Cup. Again and again, he came close. Again and again, he walked away heartbroken. The pain of losing the 2014 World Cup final stayed with him for years. The criticism became louder. Some questioned his leadership. Others questioned his legacy. For a moment, he even stepped away from the national team. But true champions are not defined by how many times they fall. They are defined by how many times they rise again. Then came Qatar. The 2020 FIFA World Cup, not just another tournament. It felt like destiny. From the very first match, Messi played with a different fire. Every touch carried purpose. Every pass inspired confidence. Every goal brought Argentina one step closer to history. He wasn't simply the captain. He became the heart of his team. When his teammates looked uncertain, they looked at Messi. When the fans needed hope, they looked at Messi, and every time, he answered. With brilliance, with courage, with calmness under impossible pressure. The tournament became a masterpiece, magic against Mexico. A breathtaking performance against Australia. Leadership against the Netherlands. Inspiration against Croatia. Every match added another unforgettable chapter to an extraordinary career. Then came the final, Argentina versus France. 90 minutes were not enough, neither were 120. It became one of the greatest World Cup finals the world had ever witnessed. Messi scored. France responded. Messi fought again. The tension became unbearable. Millions of hearts beat as one. Then, the penalty shootout. Silence filled the stadium. One kick after another. Every second felt like an eternity. And finally, the whistle blew. Argentina were world champions. Lionel Messi fell to his knees, not because he was exhausted, but because the dream he had carried since childhood had finally become reality. The tears on his face were not only tears of joy. They were the tears of every sacrifice, every disappointment, every comeback, every lesson that had shaped his journey. Then came the image the world will never forget. Lionel Messi, smiling with the FIFA World Cup trophy in his hands. A photograph that instantly became part of football history. In that moment, it wasn't just about winning a tournament. It was about completing a story that inspired millions of people across the world. Because Messi taught us something far greater than football. He taught us that success is never a straight path, that failure is not the end. That patience, humility, and perseverance can overcome even the greatest disappointments. Today, when people speak about Lionel Messi, they don't only remember his goals. They remember his resilience, his quiet confidence, his relentless pursuit of a dream that many believed would never come true. Records may one day be broken, new stars will rise. Football will continue to evolve. But some stories become timeless, some victories become symbols, and some legends become eternal. Lionel Messi is one of them, not simply because he lifted the World Cup, but because he never stopped believing he could. And perhaps that is the greatest victory of all. Because dreams belong to those who refuse to give up, and legends are written by those who keep moving forward, even when the whole world tells them to stop.